Competition, as they say, improves the breed. And while that well-worn cliche certainly applies to the world of sport, it also applies to the world of cars. And when it comes to cars, there's no segment that's more competitive than that of the SUV market. Renault has been battling the competition in SUV land for a while now with its mid-size Koleos, which has been on the market since 2008. Its replacement, the car I'm driving right now, only arrived earlier this year, meaning that the first generation Koleos had soldiered on for a whopping 8 years without any major change. Now luckily for Renault, its replacement is a hell of a lot better, so much so that in one fell swoop the Koleos has gone from the back of the pack to being a genuine alternative to mainstream rivals like the Toyota RAV4, Kia Sportage and Hyundai Tucson. Here's a quick rundown on the new Koleos range. 3 grades are on offer: Life, Zen and the range-topping Intens that we've got here. And prices span from $29,990 to $43,490. A single engine is offered for the time being, a naturally aspirated 2.5-litre petrol 4-pot with a modest 126 kilowatts and 226 newton meters, while all models are equipped with the CVT automatic as standard. Depending on the grade, the Koleos is available either with front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Now, there's a lot riding on the shoulders of this Koleos, at least for Renault in Australia. There seems to be no end to Australia's appetite for family-sized SUVs like this one, and with the previous Koleos being so ancient and underwhelming, it's important that Renault gets this one right. The company reckons they've got the formula sorted out for this one though, and so confident are they that it'll be a hit that they've decided to make Australia the first market in the world to receive the new Koleos. So, is their confidence justified? First impressions are good. This is a thoroughly modern car compared to its predecessor, and it shows. The design is clean and straightforward, there's heaps of technology like this all-electronic instrument panel, and there's plenty of space and good outward vision from a driver's seat. And it's the Intens grade that we're driving here that's the pick of the litter. It might be the most expensive model in the range, but it's packed with high-tech features that are rare at this car's price point, like these heated and cooled front seats, LED headlamps, a hands-free tailgate, and this 8.7-inch touchscreen display that's as easy to use and intuitive as your smartphone. In the back, there's enough room for a couple of adults, or 3 kids. And in the Intens grade we've got here, there's 2 USB ports to keep smartphones and tablets charged up on long trips. Now there's no third row in the Koleos, but you will find a spacious boot that measures in at 458 litres. If you need a little bit more, just drop the rear seats and you'll get 1,690 litres. There are some shortcomings. This car is based on the Nissan X-Trail, and you can tell it's Japanese, cheaper origins when you look down at things like the window switches. And speaking of switches, why does Renault insist on putting the cruise control and speed limiter switch down here, where it's hard to see? The interior packaging is great for 5 people, but some might wish there was a third row. Others might simply wish the Koleos had a bit more shove under the bonnet, because this X-Trail-sourced powertrain isn't all that special. A diesel engine will join the Koleos range around the middle of 2017, which should transform the car's drivability. Until then, however, the underpowered petrol and gluggy CVT are your only choice. The Koleos rides and handles well, so no complaints there. And the steering is nicely weighted too, which we certainly appreciate. But what we'd appreciate maybe a little bit more is a 2-wheel drive version for the top grade Intens. That car is only available with all-wheel drive, and that adds weight, dead weight, a lot of it, and it makes the car feel slower than it should. The Koleos has come a long way and is a vastly improved product. The mechanical package is nothing special, and there are a few areas where it could use a little bit more polish, but when it comes to carting around 5 people in good comfort, the Koleos finally has what it takes.